Welcome to Low and Slow Morning Stretch. We've done this sequence a couple of times. I try not to encourage boredom. However, this is one of my favorite sequences because I think the element of helping, like using our strap, using a prop to just intentionally hold our space helps us to release the stress just a little bit more. This one is specifically for a leg release. We tend to hold a lot of tension and stress in our hips if we don't naturally allow them to release. If you're doing really anything, if you're doing a lot of sitting during the day, if you're doing a lot of standing and moving, if you are working out, like doing a strength training, or if you're a runner, this is a great sequence to get you grounded, but also to really intentionally release the big leg muscles. So this is the one we're starting in Shavasana today. I don't know why I get so excited about that, but I do love the idea of approaching yoga while already starting laying down. So with that, join me. Find your comfortable resting pose. If you like a little extra comfort, grab a blankie or grab a pillow to just place right underneath the spine or the hips, or even elevate the legs just a little bit. So go ahead and let's get centered. Stretch that body out, and then make sure that your strap or your rope tie, whatever, is close by so that you can grab it when we need it. So stretching that body out, always setting up the body so that you're starting in alignment. So your shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, and then do-si-do. Just kidding. Go ahead and flex the feet. Engage the body first. Stretch the arms out, and then slowly release. So allow the feet to naturally release to the side of the mat. Palms facing up. Maybe draw the chin towards the chest just a little bit. So always begin with your body engaged, and then release. Start to feel the parts of the body that are connected with the earth. See if you can maybe flatten the shoulder blades out just a little bit. So maybe tuck the shoulders under so that you feel more of the shoulder connected with the earth. So start scanning the body from the top of the head all the way to the bottoms of the feet. Feeling the parts of the body connected. Checking in and noticing where the breath is this morning. Maybe it is shallow, perhaps a tiny bit labored from allergies or a cold. Or perhaps you are already feeling the rise and fall of the stomach with the inhale and the exhale. Perhaps feel the cool air crossing over the skin. Maybe feel the sensation of the vibration of the body in the palms of the hands and in the soles of the feet. Softening the skin of the face. Soften the jaw. Release. Anywhere that you feel tension, on the soft exhale, see if you can release that space just a little bit more. Notice where the body feels good today. Notice if the mind is already feeling good today. While we're getting still and beginning our practice, maybe draw in a little bit of gratitude. Maybe just gratitude that you're showing up for yourself today. Knowing that the chaos of our world probably isn't going away anytime soon. And by protecting your own spirit and mentality and bringing movement into the body, you are allowing a bit of a force field around yourself. That stillness and movement, that positivity, that self-care helps to create a space for yourself to pause, to remind yourself you can step away, turn the channel, turn the page. Taking 5 deep inhales and exhales, really intentionally slowing it down. On the inhale, feel the stomach expand, the ribs separate, sipping into the chest, holding at the top. Long, slow exhales to release. As the breath drains, draw that belly button in towards the backbone, holding at the bottom. 4 more times, flow with your own breath. Slow it down, expand on the inhale, and then slowly release on the exhale. The last few breaths, see if you can lengthen the inhale, almost articulating the body, expanding on the inhale. And then on the exhale, slowly reversing. 1 more breath. And then release. Bringing the feet in towards the hips, so connecting the feet with the mat, maybe stepping them just a little bit towards the long edge of the mat. Arms continue to be by the sides, and then slow windshield wiper from one side to the other. So really keeping the connection of the hips and the shoulders. So no spinal twist here, just slow release of the knees. And flowing with your breath side to side, releasing the knees from one side to the other. And come back to neutral, bringing the bottoms of the feet together, releasing the knees out to the long edge of the mat. Into a reclined butterfly. Really feel the difference of the stretch by pressing the bottoms of the feet together. Shoulders are released. Continue with that deep inhale and exhale. And then release the legs. And imagine that we are doing mountain pose, but we're doing a reclined mountain pose. So flexing the feet, engaging the legs, the glutes, the core, sliding the shoulders away from the ears, engaging the arms, palms facing up. 5 breaths. So engaged, but still giving space to breathe. And then drawing the right leg, planting the foot wherever it feels good to do a reclined tree pose. So always, when we shift the perspective of a pose, it kind of helps to create how it would feel in the standing pose. So if you typically keep the toes connected with the earth for tree pose, maybe slide the heel below the knee, or even play with the idea of bringing that heel all the way into the upper thigh, just no pressure on the knee itself. And then release the knee out towards the edge of the mat, keeping the left leg engaged as in mountain pose. Bring the hands to heart center, and then inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Shoulders are still released. Feel the parts of the body that are engaged right now. So the next time we do tree pose, you'll notice the sensation here where you're fully supported and be able to compare in the standing posture. On your next exhale, open the arms. Fingers are spread wide, shoulders released. On the next exhale, release the hands back to heart center. Draw that right knee up towards the sky, plant the foot. On the next exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. So not using the strap yet, just just using your hands to gently draw that right knee in towards the chest. Maybe flex and point the foot, maybe roll in one direction and the other. And then draw that knee in towards the right armpit. So again, no spinal twists here. We want to feel shoulders and hips connected. Jaw remains soft so that you can flow that breath in and out of the body. Slowly transition the right knee to the left-hand side. This is really just a small movement with a decent impact. Like I feel that stretch from the side of the leg all the way through the right hip. And then release the knee to neutral, bending the left knee, planting the left foot. Bring that left foot tight in towards the body, and then cross right leg over left. And maybe even just stay right here since we're just warming up. You can place pressure right on the inside of the right leg, coming into our figure 4. If you are ready for a deeper stretch, then you can draw the left knee in towards the body, using the leverage of the right elbow to release the right leg a little bit further. And of course you can straighten the left leg, maybe even flex the left foot. One more deep breath. And on the exhale, slowly release the left leg. Draw that right knee back in towards the chest. Extend the left leg long and grab your strap. So taking your strap, place it around the ball of the foot, and then slowly, while the knee is still bent, slowly just draw it in towards the chest, noticing. So again, there's no pain in yoga, so really be mindful. You have all the control in the strap, so even though we can really bring a deep stretch in here, just notice how it's feeling in your body. Slowly start extending the right leg long, keeping that right foot flexed. As the body starts to warm up, you'll start to notice a little bit more mobility, even if it's little micro differences. With each exhale, soften. Always knowing you can keep that knee bent, not needing to expand it all the way. On the next exhale, draw the right leg to the left-hand side. So keeping the shoulders and the hips planted. And with the foot flexed, you'll really feel the stretch from the bottom of the foot. Like I can feel it from the ball of the foot all the way up the back of the hamstring into the hip. And then on the next exhale, slowly releasing the right leg, opening wide. So maybe even extend the left arm out to the side to stabilize. And be really mindful with this one. This is a deep stretch. So just micro movements, shoulders and hips planted. Continue that breath. And then slowly release back to neutral. Holding onto the strap, see if you can pull the leg in any further. Notice. And then engaging the core a little bit deeper. Slowly peel the head and the shoulders off of the mat, nose towards the knee. Shoulders are released. On the next exhale, slowly lower down. Release the strap, engage the core, slowly release the leg all the way down. Keeping the strap close. And then bending the left knee, coming into our reclined tree pose. So again, our flexibility can be different on each side. Notice where it feels good. So you want to be able to rotate that left knee down, pointing down. I mean, we are down. That's a tricky one. So feeling the four corners of the foot connected with the top of the leg or below the knee. maybe even still near the ankle. Hips are connected with the earth, shoulders connected with the earth. Hands come to heart center. Pressing the palms together. Right leg is still in mountain pose. Inhale, release the arms up and over. And then on the exhale, release. Shoulders are released. Palms are facing up. On the next exhale, release the hands back to heart center. And then slowly draw that left knee, plant the left foot, bringing the left knee up. Draw the left knee in towards the chest, hugging it in. Maybe rolling that foot, point and flex. And then slowly draw that left knee to the left armpit. Shoulders and hips sinking down. Continue to breathe. Sometimes when we get into these really restorative poses, it's almost harder to remember to bring that breath in and out of the body, because we're a little bit calmer. Less intensity in the stretches. And then draw that right knee off to the right hand side. No, left knee to the right hand side, sorry. Draw the right leg in, so plant the right foot right next to the hip, crossing that left ankle over the right. So staying right here, you can press the left leg away from the body, or deepen the stretch by drawing the right leg in, or extending the right leg long, flexing the right foot. Using the leverage of the left elbow to release the left leg a little bit deeper. And then slowly release the right leg back down into mountain pose. Draw that left knee in towards the body. Grabbing your strap. Bringing the strap around the ball of the foot. Slowly start bringing that knee in towards the chest. And then slowly extending left leg long. So flexing that foot. Noticing though, remembering you can keep that leg bent, maybe not draw it in so close. Maybe check in and notice the difference between the right side and the left side. Shoulders and hips are planted, and then slowly release the left leg to the right hand side. On the next exhale, slowly opening the left leg to the left hand side, really taking your time, intentionally keeping the right side planted on the earth, shifting the grip where you need to. Soften the jaw. So this is a little bit more challenging. So remember, when we get into the challenging poses, it's natural for our jaw to kind of clench a little bit. Really back off of that, keep the jaw soft so that you can really draw the inhales and exhales in and out of the body. On the next exhale, draw the left leg back to neutral. See if you can bring the knee in towards the chest just a little bit closer, and then peel the shoulders and the head off of the mat. Engage that core, nose towards the knee. Shoulders released, so try not to hunch the shoulders up by the ears. On the next exhale, slowly release. Release the strap, engage the core, slowly lower the leg all the way down. Bending both knees, planting both feet, stepping the feet to the wide edge of the mat, slow windshield wiper back and forth. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little kind word for the day. Rocking side to side, maybe making circles in one direction and the other. Bottoms of the feet together in inclined butterfly, pressing the bottoms of the feet together, using the leverage of the elbows to release the knees a little bit deeper. Shoulders and hips pressed to the earth. And then slowly draw the knees back to neutral, release the bottoms of the feet up towards the earth. Fingertips underneath the hips, engage the core, slowly release the heels all the way down towards the mat. Release the fingertips and then stretch the arms up overhead. Slow momentum to come to a seated position. So if this isn't for you today, just slowly roll to one side and join me in a seated position. But if you want a little extra core work, reaching the arms overhead, engage the whole body, and then slowly release the arms up and overhead, and use that slow momentum of the arms, keeping the core engaged, and coming to a seated posture. Legs extended, knees and toes pointed up. Inhale, we reach, shoulders release, hinging at the hips. So reaching as far as you can with the fingertips away from the body. Keep reaching. And then release the arms down to the earth and curl the body in towards the knees. Always inviting the knees to bend here. You can bend them so generously that you can hug underneath. Deep inhales and exhales. One more deep breath. Curl the chin towards the chest and slowly roll all the way up. Bottoms of the feet together. Pressing the bottoms of the feet together, releasing the knees to the long edge of the mat. And then slowly hinging at the hips, coming forward. And slowly release, crossing the legs. An easy seat, find the sit bones. Find your alignment. Release the left hand behind. And then cross right hand, crossing over the midline, right above the left knee. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, slowly twist. So really using those right fingertips on the outside of the left leg to help us twist just a little bit deeper. And on the inhale, we're still elongating that spine. On the exhale, twisting just a little bit deeper. Also releasing that right shoulder just a little bit more. And then slowly return back to neutral. Release right hand behind, crossing the midline again. Left hand to just above the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then slowly release. And then bringing the hands in front of the body, releasing the knees behind, just coming into our tabletop. So stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Nice long spine, eyes to the earth, fingertips pressed into the mat. Micro bend in the elbow. On the next exhale, slowly tuck the tailbone, curl the spine, release the chin to the chest. Coming into cat pose. Pressing the earth away And notice when you press the earth away here, you can open and expand the shoulders and shoulder blades just a little bit more. Inhale, scoop the spine, lift the tailbone, eyes towards the front of the mat. And then exhale, release back to cat pose. Inhale for cow. Try not to crane the neck, really eyes towards the front of the mat. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Neutral spine for tabletop. Walking the hands away from the body, extend the legs long, coming into cobra. So shoulders are released, elbows are slightly bent, fingertips pressed into the earth. And then exhale, send the hips back to the heels into child's pose, keeping the arms extended. So we're flowing with our breath. Inhale back to cobra. And take your time with this. As we are moving from one pose to the other, really be mindful about moving the body from one pose to the other. So it doesn't need to be a very, very quick motion. Inhale back to cobra. Exhale to child's pose. 2 more times. On the inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. One last inhale to cobra. Exhale for child's pose. And then slowly release. Drawing the hands back in towards the body, sinking the hips on top of the heels. If you prefer, not everyone likes to sink low on to the heels here. So you can rise. Just be mindful of any limitations you might have in the knees. Double up the mat. Use your blankie. Clasping hands with yourself, sending the fists down towards the earth, opening the chest and the heart. And release. Turning the toes under. And your choice on the amount of pressure that you put onto the heels. But really showing some love to those arches. It's still summer here in Florida, so still wearing flip-flops. Somebody can lecture me at another day on the importance of wearing sensible shoes. But this feels great. And then slowly release, coming back into our seated posture. Come to the middle of the mat, and then tuck those heels in close to the hips. Release the arms behind, fingertips towards the earth. Pressing the earth away from the body. So feet and palms of the hands will be connected. On the inhale, we're lifting the hips up, releasing the head. So nice and slow. We're here for 5 breaths. If this feels like too much, flow with this. Slowly sink the hips. Just be very mindful of where the head and the neck are. On the 5th breath, slowly release. Coming into a cross-legged position, inhale, sweep the arms up and over, palms released in front of the body, walk the hands away, hinging at the hips. Walking the hands off to the right-hand side, left hand on top of right. Slowly peel the left arm up and over. That left shoulder is released from the ear. And then slowly release the arm down, walking through center to the left-hand side. Right hand on top of left. And then slowly peel the right arm up and over, releasing that right shoulder down. Slowly release the arm, coming back to neutral, chin towards the chest. Roll all the way up. Coming back into either the reverse table or maybe reverse plank today. So either go back to your reverse table for 5 breaths or extend the legs long. So toes are going to be pointed here. Fingertips in towards the hips, just the same as the reverse table. And then lift the hips up. Shoulders are released, eyes towards the sky. Nice long line from the top of the head all the way down towards the heels. Actively lifting the hips. So a little bit more challenging possibly than the reverse table. So feel free to create a flow with this as well. One more deep breath. On the exhale, slowly release. Keeping the legs long. Finding those sit bones. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Release the chin to the chest, roll all the way up. Bringing the body towards the middle of the mat, hugging your knees in towards the chest, and then slowly releasing away from the sit bones. Extend the legs, extend the arms. Slowly release all the way down to the mat. Draw the knees in towards the chest, taking just a moment to bring a spinal twist. So release the knees to the right hand side, eyes towards the left. You can always deepen this by placing a hand to the top of the leg. Shoulders are both pressed into the earth. Slowly coming through center, releasing knees to the left hand side, looking up over the right. Coming back to neutral. Reset the spine and then extend the legs out, coming into our resting pose. So closing the same way that we began, engage the body in a reclined mountain pose, and then softly release. Allow the feet to naturally open towards the long edge of the mat, palms facing up. Feeling the parts of the body that are connected with the earth. Letting the earth hold you. Letting it help you feel stable and secure. Letting it feel like maybe you don't have to have everything figured out. Let someone else. Let the earth help do some of the things that need to be done, just by letting you feel stable. Feel the vibration of the body in the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. Soften the tops of the feet. Release each toe one at a time. Release the legs. Soften the hips. Release any tension from the stomach. Release the spine. Soften the shoulders. Release any tension from the arms. Feel the connection of the backs of the hands with the earth. Release each finger one at a time. Release any tension from the neck and the jaw. Soften the cheeks, the ears, the nose. Release the eyes and the forehead. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, release from the top of the head, closing the eyes and washing over the body and through the bottoms of the feet. For just a few moments, I'll let you rest, and then you'll hear my voice again. As you start to hear the sound of my voice, start bringing awareness back to your space. Taking just a moment to notice your stillness. Notice where the breath is. And then inviting small movements into the fingers and the toes. Maybe a stretch overhead. Slowly rolling to one side, keeping the eyes closed. Maybe tucking the knees in towards the chest. As we start transitioning, draw gratitude in for the body's abilities. Gratitude for everything that you are still learning. Patience for all the things that you are still learning. Gratitude for the mind's abilities. Knowing that this is such an important time to protect and maybe insulate ourselves a little bit. If you've taken a few minutes and listened to the news, protect yourself. Protect your spirit. Take care of what your mental needs are. Keep showing up for yourself. So give praise for everything that the mind is capable of doing. Knowing that we have the ability to turn off, to walk away, to turn the page, or to be still. So I encourage you to practice your breath work in the coming week. Take time to rest. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you what it needs. Sometimes curling up for a nap is self-care. It's not just massages and pedicures, although that can be too. If you're feeling sluggish or low energy and that doesn't feel good to you, breathe and then go for a walk. If you're feeling untethered, get those feet in the grass. Feel that cool air crossing over the skin. Connect, ground, get yourself in mountain pose. Or stretch out in Shavasana for a few moments and just breathe. Know that you are perfectly and beautifully made, just the way that you are, exactly the way that you are. Invite yourself and others to show up vulnerably and authentically. Keep yourself on the list. Keep yourself first on the list. Do that for yourself. As you do that for yourself, you're doing that for the people that you care for and serve. As you feel ready, slowly join me in a seated posture. Fingertips to the earth to help us feel grounded. One last moment before we go into our day. Finding your alignment. Maybe a smile on your face. On the next inhale, open the arms up wide. Collect up this beautiful energy you help create into the palms of your hands. Bringing all of that beautiful feeling right to your heart center. Thumbs to the heart, reminding you, we are not alone, and we are all connected by no mistakes. You are worthy of love and connection always. So may you be safe. May you be well. May you be at ease. And may you know peace despite the chaos. Let that peace come from your response. Let that peace come from your wellness. Namaste, the light in me honors the light in you.